Okay, the latest transfer news is that Tottenham, Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund are all interested in the Barcelona player Malcolm. Now, his full name, I'm going to give it a go. His full name is Malcolm Felipe Silva de Oliveira. So I think we'll just call him Malcolm from now on. Now, I think Tottenham are probably the most interested of the parties. And I have a couple of reservations about this player, and I'll cover those later on in the video. But I think Arsenal, really, their priorities are sort of centre-half midfield. With Lacazette and Aubameyang up front, they're fine. Borussia Dortmund have just signed Thorgan Hazard, Eden Hazard's brother, and to me, Thorgan Hazard is a better player than Malcolm. Tottenham need to add to their strike force. I think it was seen last year that, you know, if Harry Kane's injured, they need some, they need some extra support up front. So I think Tottenham are the leaders on him. So who is he? What's his stats? Where's he come from? Is he any good? What's he good at? What's he bad at? We'll cover all that now. So he's a 22-year-old Brazilian. He's an attacking midfielder, tends to play down the right flank. He's very left-footed though, so one of the things is he cuts in a lot. He broke into the Brazilian Corinthians side back in 2015 and then transferred to Bordeaux. From Bordeaux, he joined Barcelona in July 2018 for a fee of 36.5 million. So a big fee on his thing. Now, he struggled to get in the side last year at Barcelona, which is not surprising when you've got Lionel Messi, Coutinho and Dembele in the midfield. It's no surprise. But, you know, you'd possibly think he might bide his time there. His big advantages are that he's quick. He's got a great left foot on him. He's not afraid to shoot. There's some terrific goals he's put in from outside the penalty area, so he's not afraid to shoot. There's also signs that he's a very good passer. He, you know, when he's looking for that shot, he's cutting in on the left. He's looking for the shot if it's not on. You know, he plays some nice slotted balls in for his centre forward, peeling off the centre half. So he's got good vision. His biggest downside really is his defensive abilities. He doesn't look like he wants to track back, and also if you're a left footer on the right wing, you need to be going to that byline, or players will read that you're going inside all the time. Now, on the few times of the clips I've seen of him that he tries going to the byline, he'll even then try and cross it with his left foot when it's quite obviously a right-footed shot. So there's lots of work, but he's a young lad, 22, so there's plenty of time for him. We'll have a look at some stats because there's not a lot to go at. I mean, when he was with Bordeaux, his sort of first real season with them was 16-17 season. He had 33 appearances, 7 goals and 4 assists. So, you know, a promising start as a sort of 19-20-year-old. 17-18 season again with Bordeaux, 32 appearances, 12 goals, 7 assists. So that's what sparked Barcelona's interest. He then obviously went to Barcelona, quite a big price tag, 36.5 million. Now, Barcelona last year, he really hasn't had much of a look in. He's had 22 appearances, 12 of those have been on the bench though, so you can see he's had very limited chances. 5 goals, 2 assists, so there's nothing to write home about there. But there's no doubt he's a talented player. Pace, great left foot, good dribbler, good vision. Probably needs to work on his defensive abilities. Now, there are a couple of things that really worry me about him, and if I was Tottenham, or Arsenal for that matter, I would probably give this one a miss. One, the fee. He's not really proven anything at a high level for that sort of fee, 36.5 million. So I think if you were looking to buy him, you'd want him for 20 million or less. But a couple of things. When he was signed for Barcelona, all the reports were that the deal had been done with the Italian side Roma. And in fact, I think Roma even had their fans waiting at the airport for him to arrive. And the move never happened. He went to Barcelona. There was allegedly talks of Roma taking legal action against Barcelona. And it's all right, the two clubs fighting out over it, but it's the player and the agent who really dictate at the end of the day where he does and doesn't go. And do Tottenham really want a player that the first sign of a little bit of glory elsewhere or some money elsewhere is going to disappear? And, you know, we will never know exactly what happened between Roma and Barcelona, but the fact of the matter was, is it looked a done deal with Roma. At the last minute, his head was turned, he's gone to Barcelona. Probably the wrong move now looking back, but that's one of the things I don't like. The other thing, he sort of gets himself in a little bit of trouble off the field. He's in 2015, he got his driving licence. Now, the laws of the country where he got that was that you need to have been practicing for 3 months, and he got his driving licence after, I think it was 20 days, and the authorities launched a fraud inquiry into it. And really, somebody like him doesn't want to be getting involved in anything like that. You know, with a high profile that footballers have, there's no need to be getting embroiled in that sort of thing. Just play by the rules and do it. But the other thing that's more worrying, really, if you're a Tottenham or an Arsenal fan, I mean, there's talk Borussia Dortmund are interested, but I don't think they'll be looking at him now they've got Thorgan Hazard. But the other thing is he's social media. He seems to be putting his foot in it with social media. Now, one instance was when they suffered a heavy loss to PSG. He goes and has his picture taken with Neymar of PSG shortly after the match, all smiling. Now, can you imagine if he's playing for Tottenham, local derby against Arsenal, Arsenal beat Tottenham for, and he goes and has a smiling picture with Lacazette or Aubameyang and blasts it all over social media. It just isn't going to go down well. Another instance on social media after another loss, they made a comical video clip and again put that out on social media. And I don't know, my feeling of him is that, he's possibly one of these players that's there for the money, there for the glory. Is his heart actually going to be in the club that he goes to, or is it really just a circus of signings, money and glory? Now, if you're Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal or Borussia Dortmund, you want a player that wants to play for your club. You don't want him laughing and smiling when he loses to the local rivals. It just wouldn't go down well at all. So my feeling is he's probably one I'd avoid. One, the little misdemeanours off the pitch. Two, I think the fee Barcelona are going to want for him is going to be too high. When you compare him to perhaps other wingers of similar age, I mean, Manchester United, I'll do a video shortly of Manchester United if that signing does actually complete, of Daniel James from Swansea. And if you compare the two, Daniel James reportedly about 15 million. Malcolm, we don't know what sort of fee is going to be involved, but I suggest it's going to be more than that. I think I would be going for Daniel James, even if they were the same price. But I'll do a video on Daniel James, a very impressive young player. So that's the latest transfer news. Malcolm, being looked at by Tottenham, Arsenal, Borussia Dortmund. I really think Tottenham are probably going to be the most interested out of the three. I don't suspect they'll be interested when they look a little bit further. But we'll see, we'll wait and see. Tottenham certainly are looking to strengthen up front. Both are a little bit quiet, obviously, with the finals coming up. And I suspect we won't hear anything until after the finals on transfer news for both clubs. But wait and see. Thanks for watching.